It will be
Probably
soon.
will be.
They have a lot of stuns on Wine. Lena's a hero that all of her anime.
10 seconds remaining.
Hey,
Well,
things are
hard
all
to-
5
relative.
seconds remaining.
What about the turn rate? Played you, Kiro.
That's, I mean, animations being bad. That's about as bottom of the barrel in terms of animation.
Right, so it's the Koikwa hero left. I don't know what he'll play here. Is maybe Invoker?
I mean, I'm not too impressed by his Invoker. I like his like Zeus stuff like that more. Probably even a TA.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get TA, but Zeus is just gonna get ganked and kill all the time, I feel like. Just
It's
gonna run
gonna
over.
Get banned anyway, isn't it?
Zeus doesn't feel too amazing.
Wow.
No.
that worked really well yesterday.
I mean, it's just sad how Dota is in this state right now where certain heroes are just absolutely garbage. Like, it's kind of crazy. So the new patch is coming soon. Gonna fix everything. Right?
Mhm.
For a month, then people are gonna whine again.
Month, like 5 days. So nerve. And then
Grimstroking.
Yeah.
Captain's mode.
720B comes out.
What about your favourite hero?
Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, he'll get buffed for sure.
What will that buff? 10 seconds entangle duration.
Yeah. No, Ags give you 2 bars now. It duplicates your item.
Alright, I would buy Axe.
That sounds worth.
Triple Midas?
That'd be an
10
extra unit for me to
seconds remaining.
control. One of my.
Refresher Shard gives extra bear.
Oh, there
5
you go.
seconds remaining.
Bulldogs running around with 3 bears.
TNC Predators.
Yeah, there's
Turn
the-
to pick.
Yeah. Roll ban for Alliance.
Last pick there.
What would be a good 4 for them then? It could be Centaur 4.
Yeah, we have seen it.
Could
Can
be
be.
Weaver 4.
It can be
How about that?
Wyvern Core.
Can be anything right now.
Wyvern Core.
We don't know.
Yeah. What about some Earth Spirit?
10 seconds
I mean, I was thinking Earth Spirit, but
remaining.
they're.
Yeah, and they, yeah. Tim's plays a good Earth
5
Spirit.
seconds remaining.
I think it's good for the game. Ogre, it's like
Dire team pick.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman.
4. That the hex against tables always gets that ether on. That'll actually be really.
So what are we liking for Koikwa? Zeus? Maybe Storm is...
Invoker.
Something
You
that
think
backlines
Walker?
for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, Invoker is okay. I just didn't really see Alliance own too much with Invoker. Hagna.
Puck?
Select your
okay.
heroes.
That's alright.
It's really good. His ward is
But it's not
really
a Koikwa
good.
hero though. It's not a Koikwa hero.
Well, he's played it pretty well in the past, so he plays everything.
You're convinced by his partner?
Yeah, I am convinced.
Okay.
Early objective.
I'll believe in your...
Yeah.
Alliance.
Is this part of your I'm being more decisive? Right. Okay. Twitter says Alliance win 57-43. Bulldog agree?
Seems accurate. Yeah, but TNC's lineup looks really strong as well. They got the Winter Wyvern set up to follow up stun. Objective taken with the Rasta looks pretty scary to me, honestly, but Lions though. Right? They got Phoenix. The best fire dragon.
Yeah.
I'm
I don't know
not-
why you're waiting, production. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I'm not a believer in first.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a
Really?
pick.
So
Yeah,
easy when
but-
you go last to predict, huh?
Well, we'll do it the other way. We'll mix it up. It's
It's
best of
easier
3.
when Kyle's in the
Alright.
panel because he picks.
Just go against him?
Yeah, totally.
Pick the opposite of whatever Kyle's done. Right then, all 3 have gone for Alliance. Good job, everyone. Right then, time to get our first game underway of this best of 3 series between 2 very fancy playing teams. Looking forward to this one. Let's find out who takes game number 1.
Yes, hello everybody and welcome to the first series of the day here at the Kuala Lumpur Major. I'm Odie Pixel, I'm here with Fogged and we're getting ready for TNC versus Alliance. We've just seen the draft, the panel very much siding with and liking what Alliance is bringing to the table. I sort of have to say I agree. They've got this very strong Morphling game, it looks to be, Fogged.
Strong Morphling game. He's got he's got some of the better targets, in my opinion, for actually turning the morph into. He can morph into his Pugna. We saw them, I think it was them who did that, right? The double Pugna Blast, the double Nether Ward. Nether Ward in this game is going to do a lot of work, I believe, until if they can get their BKB, sure, but Lina kills herself on Ward.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman very much so kills yourself. Even like all these heroes don't really like playing versus it. It can be quite frustrating, and if there's two of them, it can definitely be a big problem. He can even turn into some of the enemy heroes too. He's got Weavers, he's got Wyvern, two of the better targets as well. So let's see, TNC, the one thing they do have is they have the good control, like the panel mentioned. I always see like the Wyvern, always when I see Wyvern, I just want follow-up. And they at least pick out the Lina, and they've got the Centaur too. So they've got these heroes to at least synergize with it. And it's, what I see is, hey, wait a minute.
That was hot. You thought you had me, didn't you?
Am I seeing this right?
What are we checking?
The Core Shaman?
No.
What?
Oh.
What do you mean? Ninja Boogie is Wyvern, Tim's is Centaur.
Yeah. That's how what?
30 seconds.
No, Cuckoo play. Yeah, well,
to
Cuckoo plays. What are you on about?
So which one are they going to farm prioritize though? He's building a null.
As position 4 Shaman. You know, why not? What's wrong with the null on position 4 Shaman?
All right.
Well, you feel a little greedy to sort of have your support go null first?
I think he's going to be farming.
Oh, you think Tim's is actually going to step into the support?
Yeah. I think maybe he'll get boots first. But
I think Tim's. Well, yeah, okay.
but why is he starting with the mantle and the circlet then? With a fairy fire on top too.
It's a lot of right click. Extra bit of +2. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe they're sort of doing the VP strats in this top lane. You know, having the Centaur put by. No. I don't know. Maybe Cuckoo just wants an early null. But we'll
Because
see.
Cuckoo's the offlaner.
I swear we've seen this in another game, because I swear I casted another game where it was this way round.
But I mean, we did the one with yesterday where, you know, of course, like Pasha was playing Phoenix and we had Roger.
No, it's in
center,
with Tim's and Cuckoo.
They just swap roles sometimes.
I swear I've seen it happen before.
Okay, well, I mean, we did see the Centaur support, so we'll see. He's got
I mean,
core
you're
items
right,
too.
no,
That's why. So.
Oh, we'll see it takes the majority of the farm here.
It's gonna be cool. Like they need if he can get an Aether Lens like Panel was talking about, he does have that instant disable for the Morphling, which could be really nice, and he at least gives him that pushing power. Because besides him, they don't really have that pushing. All right, I mean, this is cool. It's kind of a cool option versus the Ogre Magi, right? Because Ogre, he's this like beefy super laner, and Shadow Shaman, you do so much right-click damage and nuke damage that you actually can contest an Ogre pretty well. Two-man stun by Tims.
And hang on.
Mickey's
got to be careful. Yeah, this is it's a scary lane.
Very threatening lane. Besides that, they have on the other side of Alliance, they also have this Phoenix versus Wyvern. I tend to see the Phoenix actually win this matchup too. He's just very good versus the Wyvern at all stages. Wyvern, sure, you can hit the egg with your Arctic Burn, but overall, it's just this like high magic damage versus the Wyvern is usually pretty threatening.
I mean, so sort of obviously having Cuckoo in the, as you say, he's going to be playing the Shaman core this game. What kind of build do you expect to see from him? Do you still sort of rush the Ags and such, or? I think Lens
is like the new big thing that people do. Lens Ags sounds fine.
I mean, Lens is so good. Who was the other team that kept running the shot? Was it LGD? No, it was.
Fade was playing it.
Yes, that's right. Fade was absolutely crushing with the
Insania is he's going to die probably here. A couple more hits by the Shadow Shaman, one more in a shock. He gets him.
I mean, this lane.
It's so much damage actually coming between them with the double edge, with the Ether Shock, and just the right clicks. Okay, this is really cool. This is actually a really good threatening lane. Alliance's top lane is going to be under a hell of a lot of pressure. Even with an Ogre trying to guarantee the farm for the Morphling, Mick is going to be slowed down a lot.
Now we're seeing on the other lanes. What we're seeing mid. Pretty much even at the moment. Armhell will be able to grab the rune down bottom, get himself an illusion.
This is
with the CS.
This is a fairly even matchup because they both have like they both have high range, they both have high nuke and super high mana pool, so just like a spam fest back and forth. And I mean, Lina has pretty decent kill threat on the Pugna at 6, but Pugna also can do the same kind of thing.
I mean, with this lane, does Koifa take an earlier point in the ward, or?
We saw Dendy do that at Maincast, remember?
We've seen some big Pugnas like to do that, and I remember that game, I believe it did help him win the lane. He did still lose the game. But,
it does quite a significant. Nice. It does like a lot of damage. Like every time he nukes, it's going to be like 100+ damage if the ward is down. Kind of puts him off from nuking the lane, but he's already gone for the 2 points in deep prep, so he's going to max. He's just going to do the standard build.
Okay. Rushing for that Veil, of course, first. And then down bottom, Boxy Shaker, the one we all know and love. He's going to be obviously... I mean, is there ever any other build for Boxy than getting that egg straight up? I don't think so. So we can be sure to see him hit that Agonyms as his first major pickup this game.
Yeah, more than likely. The instant disable is pretty nice versus Weaver too if you can get that blink, but Ninja Boogie getting under pressure. They're trying to close the gap with Box, but they won't be able to. Taiga. There's a Shikuchi up and a Splinter Blast. They could go for this. They should be able
got the
to.
stick charges, but and they won't. That's not enough. Can't keep Tiger alive. As Tiger will fall. 2 kills so far for TNC. Isn't too bad at all with these lanes.
No, it's really cool way that they set up this Shadow Shaman. And it is, like, he is farming.
Yeah, he
completely
absolutely
farming.
is.
They didn't even give Tim's boots. I actually like the option that VP did when they were just like, all right, Centaur needs the boots to at least be like that threat in the laning phase. But Cuckoo, he's gonna have like arcane boots pretty soon already. He actually has them finished.
And the amount of spam that they're going to have is going to be pretty huge. And as we can see, that they do try their best to punch down Tims.
Tims is in trouble.
He whiffs up the Who Stomp. Doesn't get it off initially. He does get it off now, but there's the wave form forward, and Mickey takes the kill. Tim's a little slow there with the play.
Yeah, they kept like playing around the AoE of that hoof stomp pretty well. How much regen do they have left? They're pretty low on that regen now in that top lane for Alliance. They have to bring more regen to deal with this this Shadow Shaman who has so much, and we got bounty runes coming out.
Nice, see that bottom Ninja Boogie. He wants it.
He got it.
He got it.
He's gonna die for it.
He'll take that.
I hear Bulldog saying it's worth it. Yep.
It definitely is. Gets it for the team.
Yeah, but they claimed 3 of them, right? Or they got all 4 of them? They got all 4.
They got all 4. TNC, I mean, there's a solid opening.
Are they bringing regen to the top lane for Alliance? They are not right now. Is it on the courier? It is on the courier. Yeah, there's some on the courier here. Quakeforce seems like he needs it first, since Armel hit level 6 before him just from a couple extra denies.
I mean, I do imagine that what TNC with this lineup, they are going to have to play quite fast this game, right?
Mickey, he gets hexed.
Straight up, they've got the kill. Cuckoo, with the opening, they should be able to run down Insania as well. As on his own, the Ogre can't offer much to keep himself alive. He could try for the Duke to the trees. They just need the vision for that one right click and oh,
but they're gonna get the kill gold for this.
It will be within time where they hit the hero, so indeed they will still get that kill credit to them. TNC. That's top lane.
But yeah, they want to play fast pace with their lineup.
If you're playing a core shaman, yeah, you've got to keep the pace pretty nice.
Well, it's a core shaman, core weaver, like one weaver is the thing. It's not like an offlane, which we've been seeing a lot of time. No. It's a one position weaver.
And a first pick weaver as well, so you can imagine that Alliance with their draft, they have a lot of answers in mind for Gabby's weaver down the road.
Ooh, mid lane, they're going to look to get a gank here. They have a haste on Koikfa, the rotation too.
A bit far up, Armel. Well, he's in a bit of trouble. Very fire stick charge. Oh! That may just save him. Koikfa's still got a bit of time left.
Armel?
Oh, Armel! Beautiful play.
Tips him as well.
I mean, you do there. You absolutely just styled on Alliance. Fantastic play from Armel. Absolutely outreading and outplaying his opponents. Ooh, okay.
Okay, so be careful.
Yeah, with that level 3 at the shot. Can't sit around too low on the old HP.
I'm keeping eyes on this. I feel like he's going to die underneath their shock for some reason.
He's sitting on the shadows at the moment. We'll see this again. I mean, this was a beautiful play from Armel.
And he just baited Koikfa up. He has full mana. He knew that Koikfa was going to commit forward to, and he has more than enough damage to do this. That stun just
I mean, it was so close. But he gets it. Boy, does he get it. Armel.
Taiga. Looks like he's trying to secure his Morphling's farm because they know that Mika's last hits are doing okay, but they need to get these kills to try to secure him. But Tims is bodyguarding.
Tims, he does. He gets the 2-man Who Stomp. Turns with double edge. Mickey's pretty low. 6 charges for Cuckoo. Cuckoo tries for the Juggernaut.
He gets
Cuckoo. Oh, he got it.
And he's
got it. Kill him.
He's going to get another.
Kill him. He does it. Cuckoo.
He's 6. He's going for another.
Go for it. Never give up.
No. He's got Aether Lens. It's 7 minutes in, Owen. He has a full Aether Lens already.
Oh, no. Cuckoo.
The cast range, look, this is going to catch Mickey off time and time again. That Hex cast range, that nuke cast range is... I mean, that's the earliest Aether Lens I've ever seen.
That play as well. I mean, that was the both of them together, you know. Tim's getting that Who Stomp and setting up for Cuckoo to just come back in for the cleanup.
Look, because they're pretty low too, but They've got all these stick charges. They've got Fairy Fire as well. It's a far commit forward. The instant hex on the Phoenix, though, and then Mika...
Look at this. Tim says, I'm going to hold my ground, get the stun off. Cuckoo sees an opportunity. 3 heroes. He goes in with 190 HP, and he's like, well, I'm going to shackle this. Stick charges come out. He stands his ground.
Oh, Mika stopped
Shackles
shifting.
him down, and bam.
He shifted, then stopped shifting, and then gets controlled.
Oh, and up top as well.
He
Look
gets
who
the
he
shift.
got. They do get the shift off. So he should be, I say he should be fine. He's only just.
Now, Koikfu's coming to secure this, though. This should net them a kill.
They're putting in the ganks here for this man. They need to, and they do get the core Cuckoo Shaman. They'll get him this time.
TNC on fire, though, in these first 9 minutes. 4K gold lead already.
Boxy, Echo Slam for what?
He got all the creeps.
All right. Guess the creeps gets out. Boxy will take that.
He also didn't TP to Fountain there. That was a panic TP.
3K lead the moment for TNC.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mika just desperate to try to get this Morbid Mask. Needs to be able to keep that sustain up. There's so much burst damage coming out on that side of TNC in that lane. And even with Armel too. Looking at like the grand scheme of things like the Explainer Blast, they've got Lina nukes, they've got Ether Shock, like all these different things that a Morphling has to be very careful of. Especially when there's a Shadow Shaman with 7-minute Aether Lens. They've started to really emphasize trying to secure him though. Look at the wards that Alliance has placed. 2 wards up on that top area to watch the approach from the Shrine and to watch the approach from the lane. They know that their Morphling needs to farm in this game in order for them to have a fighting chance.
I mean, as you say, you really can't count out that extra cast range you get, so it's got to be careful.
Yeah. Bounty runes again. Armel is even contesting up toward that top, so it looks like it's going to be 3. Or, just kidding. Taiga gets the bottom one as he commits forward. Ninja Boogie will live. 2 for 2. Level 6 already on the support Centaur too. Mel wants to set up something on mid. They've got the Stampede.
They do have that Stampede, yeah. I'm wondering why
It's
it's not gone for it.
It's a haste on
Ah,
Koikfu,
okay.
yeah.
It's got the haste the ball. Good point. Can't go for that.
Now Morphling has the, does he have the mask yet? It's coming on the courier, I'm assuming. Yeah, coming on courier, so he's just gonna go jungle and they're gonna just leave this top lane to somebody else because this Morphling, it's too much burst damage. It's too scary for him to be up there. 1, 2, and 2 on Mika.
And the wards are back up for Cook.
Mm-hmm. They're threatening all lanes too. Look, Armel, he's got a catapult wave. He's pinging it out already.
I mean, they can just go for the kill on Insania. They've got the movement of Sensor, Stampede being used to close the gap. Hex into place. Tim's has got the follow-up. Insania's gone out the lane.
Yeah, they're gonna take top tower. And mid towers. Quick forgets to deny.
Dire's
Okay.
middle tower has
Very
been
nice.
denied.
But top tower's dead.
Got the wards for it.
Yep.
Dire's top tower
He even puts it up in the tree spot so nobody can TP in that hidden area.
are fortified.
Great control so far this early game by TNC. And Boxy's farmed pretty well though. He's got the treads finished up, high level 2, level 8 on the Earthshaker. He's gonna be the one that has to kind of bring them back in it. Even though he's not the top net worth on his team, his role is just very important because he's that big team fight control for them. They're smoking top. It turns into the Centaur himself. They've got the stun.
Oh, Tim's gonna be protected as the Hex comes out for Cuckoo. Still the stolen double edge comes into play. The Supernova as well. Burning down Cuckoo. Slowed up and burst it down. Alliance make the rotation and break apart the top lane of TNC.
And Mika gets this much needed double kill. I still think TNC overstayed their welcome. They already claimed the tower. And then they kept committing forward. They have to expect some type of rotation to be coming out when the mid tower is already dead and they've already killed top. There's not really many other places that Alliance can make moves. A little over aggressive there by them, just stepping forward for something that doesn't really give them much.
And Boxy bottom lane, as you say. Farming the blink. This game to help against the instant catch for the Weaver.
He's gonna have it at a really good time. Yeah, I was thinking that this was one of those games that he might go for that blink because of that reason.
We know he loves the Axe, and I'm sure he'll still get it down the line.
If he gets like some kind of like double kill or something, he might just switch it up. Like if he finds a position where he can get the echo. Just maybe. But right now it's just looking like that blink. As he's had so much time on the map bottom to farm, and Ninja Boogie hasn't found any opportunities really to get wards down. He just actually got these 2 obs, and he places just one in the mid lane, which doesn't give them much information at all about what Alliance is up to. And they're trying to sandwich Boxy down bottom now here. 4-person rotation. Instant echo.
I mean, he's trying to go for it. The winner's curse will hold back Koikfus. There's no follow-up blast to kill off Gabby. Koikfus trying with a life drain, but he's surrounded by the Serpent Wards. TNC take another successful fight. As you say, catch off Boxy.
They changed their priorities there. They're like, we've been shutting down the Morphling quite a bit. Now we need to make sure that we don't let this Earthshaker kind of take over and make the rotation down bottom, because it's also, it actually gives them an objective, right? It's not just this kill on a Shaker, it's also threatening this tower.
Dire's bottom tower.
For Alliance, Taiga is in the position that he wants to contest.
Can they not? I mean, not on his own, he needs backup.
They're gonna try. Wards are down.
Okay. That's a little risky here from Tiger, but I guess with them already backing off, yeah, they don't want to hit the egg. I mean, they go for a few pokes for the sideline. That may cost the Wyvern his life, so Ninja Boogie sticking around a little unnecessarily there.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually stayed to hit that.
He stood to hit the egg. I mean, that was... He didn't do the maths on that one.
If they don't see Boxy, sure, like they can try to turn and hit it, but they know there's going to be a fissure to lock them down while they're trying to hit that, so... It's just a Wyvern kill, but these kind of kills definitely do add up as top. Mickey turns into the Shadow Shaman.
He won't save him.
Yeah.
That early lead that TNC had, it is starting to close up a little bit. Alliance picking it up, Mickey's getting the farm.
Have they threatened any towers at all, though? Mid tower is, I guess, half HP or a little bit less than half, but the other two towers are full HP.
Radiant's bottom
I think he's already level
tower is
9.
under attack.
It's actually pretty damn good on the Phoenix.
Ninja Boogie. Stones and Senia Tim's. He's gonna have to think twice about going that deep for an attempt. We'll keep his distance up top. Gabby playing around with Boxy and Koifa, but Boxy and Koifa grab the runes before Gabby's able to pass by.
2 for 2. Or actually, yeah, 2 for 2. And that means Tim's is going to have a Blink Dagger pretty much done on the side of TNC too, so now they have a real way to start the fights for themselves now. Because Shadow Shaman, since he went that Aether Lens, he's not going to have to blink for a while. Armel in a very aggressive position by himself.
He was totally on his own there.
He went for, I guess, a solo kill because he just finished up the Yules, and he's level 12, but Alliance in position for that one with this.
Yeah, they have boards down as well, prepared for all of that.
Yeah, that was, again, very over-aggressive when you've got this type of lead.
They're losing that advantage, TNC.
Can't make these type of mistakes.
Not with this lineup.
Nope. Not versus a Morphling.
No. And a Morphling that, the same Mickey, top of the board at the moment.
Kind of cool. You see the change that he's doing on the Morphling too. He's recognizing there's so much damn nuke damage and control that he's actually just going first item BKB.
I mean, I think the thing is as well that Mickey knows this game, at least once he hits the 20, it's all it's about is just being inside the other heroes and making sure you can abuse that sort of double blast and go. I think a lot of the time in this game, they're going to be fighting when he's someone else for the most part.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's going to be really hard for TNC to actually fight around that double Nether Ward when they do have it online.
Because on their lineup, who wants to get a BKB pretty much any time? I mean, these are core heroes that, yeah, I mean, you don't want a BKB on a Shaman. You don't really want to have to get BKB any time early in the build on Lina.
No.
And as a Weaver, you've got so many other items that you'd much rather get, so...
Armel might have to actually go just use BKB.
He might have to. He's got the Shadowblade Q, but I think he might have to reconsider.
I think so too. I think the Shadowblade could work if he gets like a couple kills in a row, but the BKB for like the overall lasting team fights is going to be really important for them, so they can actually contest the lines. Going for an invasion play with this Blink Centaur, trying to get some deep vision down too.
And Senia's going to find Cuckoo though. Is Cuckoo going to find Insania? Cuckoo does find the first hit with the Hex. Putting Insania down. They see Tim sort of searching for backup from the side. Armel will come across and they will be able to finish off Insania's. Alliance take the decision to not take that fight.
They use the Laguna too. Looked like a little bit of overkill. They were a bit worried of Boxy coming in though. Boxy was showing himself. Boxy trying to farm this level 12 for the Shaker. Quite important. But he's also staying near the area of Mickey, just defending him till he has that BKB. Taiga's so high level from those like kills that he's got. Those small little things add up, right? We always talk about that. Him able to get those kills on Ninja Boogie a couple times has really like catapulted him forward to having this fantastic Phoenix start. Already with the 4 points in his 2 big nukes. And Cuckoo slowed down heavily. He's only level 10 on the core Shadow Shaman that we saw.
Yeah, it's one of those heroes that, I mean, you can sort of, as we've seen, dominate the lane, get kills early on, but when it comes to just keeping up farm with these other relevant cores, it's very hard to do so unless you're just consistently taking towers and objectives.
Yeah. Koikpo went for the Aether Lens first, then going for that Veil afterwards. Veil just so value in this game. He's got literally all spell damage on his team. But Aether Lens, that cast range, always so important as he's setting up for bottom tower. They want to try to get some map control going on their side. Insania.
He does not mind being the one going upon top lane. Tiger. Finding Kuku and Armel with a lot of control. I mean, this is where you set the strength of TNC's lineup.
Yep.
They do have a lot of catch and kill.
Tim's is positioned bottom for Quickfoot. They know these down there, but Quickfoot's aware of the setup being the setup happening. Armel, he is gonna go for the Shadow Blade, it looks like, because he got a couple pickoffs. He's starting to gain some momentum.
Dire's top tower is
They
under
can get this push going.
Dire's structures
They do
are
drop the
fortified.
wards here.
They're getting a lot more map control than Alliance. It's an important thing. The Curse, it's not attribute shifting either. They can have the follow-up control with Kuku.
Do they have it in time? They do.
Tower
Do they have the furthers? They got him.
They got him. They got the big one. That's the Morph dead. Anything else for them? Insania looks to be another.
So much stun. Just so much stun coming in by TNC. He didn't start the attribute shift once it ended. He was already shifted a bit from the start of it, but gets punished for that. TNC really trying to hold those tier 1s so they can keep asserting that dominance and keep controlling the map in their favor.
Another blink on Kuku now.
More catch. More guaranteed lockdown. Multiple hoods being built on TNC as well, and on Alliance. It's just a lot of magic damage on both sides in this game. There's some of the times where, like, we're talking about, like, panels talking about too, where it's like, there's no stuns in this game for some reason. This is absolutely not one of those games.
ready to burn.
He's got blink.
Haste.
Now they know that there's a shaman blink. They did catch vision of that for a moment.
Radiant's
Now they
bottom
identify
tower
that Mickey
is
also
under
has
attack.
a BKB when they saw him in the mid lane. Even though he wasn't able to use it, they should have been able to click on him.
Radiant's bottom
Look at that tower.
has fallen.
Important.
Time to move as the 5 of them.
Yeah, they need to get some deeper wards down. They've only had like these very defensive wards so far on Alliance.
Let's see. What insane. They're looking around mid alliance. Look at the tower. Tim's.
Is under attack.
He's going to be seen. Yeah, and with these blinks, they're keeping themselves safe.
Mick is farming up, trying to get some more
Dire's top
space.
tower
He's
is under
sitting at a
attack.
lot of HP here, morphed up.
And so close to finding them. Now, Armel,
Do they have
Shadow
the
Blade,
detection?
they've got it. They've got the dust.
Stampede's there,
He's going to be fine.
Dire's top
and now he can turn.
Well, can he? There is a ward down. Fish is out. He did stick around and try and have a poke back. That would cost him his life.
He had Kuku coming in for the rotation, but Kuku spotted under that ward too. Foxy with no hesitation, just dropping that echo, just guarding Koifa and Taiga.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Some damage threatened on top though from Gabby. And immediately Alliance actually make their way into the pit off of
Trying
that.
to go for the Rosh. Let's see if they
is
can get away with it.
It's gonna die pretty quick. TNC, they're not really in the best position. They are aware of it though. Ninja Boogie, he is starting to TP over. He's even smoking to try to commit into it.
If they can get in time, Ninja Boogie pokes a little early. On the side, Gabby trying to have a bit of a tickle at Tiger, but Tiger's got the Supernova, so he's not too worried.
He's trying to burn a little bit of that Phoenix mana, so he can't actually have Fire Spirits and Nova, but
I'm going to back away for now, it seems Alliance. They're a little scared.
they might be able to commit themselves forward with the Serpent Wards if they can get a wraparound. They have the high ground vision of Alliance's positioning here. They're going to start it. Kuku's going to throw the wards down too. Lots of damage taken from that Nether Ward.
They're going to get it.
It looks like they're going to get it here.
Alliance have got to make a move. They're not doing it. TNCs, they just take the Roche right from underneath them. Oh no.
Ooh, they get punished. Now, Alliance, they just need to buy some time. Get themselves some farm. Not really need to worry about that Aegis. Don't take a fight into it. This is actually going to be pretty important that they get this Aegis on TNC because it's going to allow Armel to farm that BKB. then you can actually commit inside of those fights. But yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, TNC are keeping ahead. It seems every time sort of Lions begin to slow them down, suddenly TNC finds something that keeps them back on top.
Top tower is under attack.
Just all this map control they got from the early game really started to add up. I mean, it's only a 5k gold advantage still. It's pretty significant though with their early game lineup. They need to keep this pressure up, keep slowing this
What's
morph
going on
down.
down here, Gabby? Poking at Tiger. Got to be a little careful. There's a lot of backup for Alliance that could be quick to jump on him.
Mid lane, they're ready to go for something here. If anyone shows, TNC all prepared. Boxy and Taiga are too though. They see Ninja Boogie. They're committing forward for him. Ninja Boogie.
Stampede. Got the on him.
Got the cold embrace, the fire spirits in the dive.
Diving forward for that. Oh, Tim's tries to get a catch, but it's not going to save Ninja Boogie and doesn't catch out Tiger quite.
Is he going to go for the Vessel this game on the Phoenix? He's only got the urn.
Yeah, he's not completing it yet.
I mean,
he wants the pipe.
The pipe makes a lot of sense, of course, versus all that magic damage. But Vessel is always really nice to have versus that Wyvern. A lot of people have been skipping it though. Just a bit. It's a bit expensive. They're going to continue to just keep these waves pushed out on the side of TNC, but they can look to take a fight since they have this BKB, or since they have this BKB soon finished on the Lina and they have this Aegis on the Weaver. Gabby has Aegis. He goes through the sentry what he knows now though. Hiding on the side, and now the rest of TNC, they're making the rotation over and they're not under vision here, but Alliance still, they'll back out. Bounty rune's coming up. Boxy misses the fissure, but we'll still get the rune. Alliance gets 2. TNC also will be able to claim 2 of their own. Owen has left me. So I have a moment. Just to myself. Hello, everybody.
Fuel for my fire.
All of TNC position bottom. They've got Serpent Wards ready for this push, but there's already another ward down. It is in a pretty far up place though, so they do see it. And Kuku commits his wards from really far back with that Aether Lens. Senya connects his stun, but that is the Aegis hero. Those wards will get cleaned up, but they do significant structure damage. But another tower deny, likely to go Alliance as well. TNC, they're looking to action though. They're smoked up. They're trying to find a pickoff here, doing this little fake back that we do see sometimes. They might be able to find the Phoenix here, and they will. The pipe is doing work though, but too much control coming out. There's now no Phoenix for 45 seconds. TNC can continue this pressure here. Need to watch out for Boxy. Boxy gets 2-man echo, TNC. They will be there to get the response though, but the ward is doing work. Mickey also with that BKB. Phoenix Sec is down 2 with that buyback. Uh-oh, Armel is dead already. Now Gabby, he's gonna get control. He's dead as well. Boxy coming in clutch, getting that 2-man echo. Even though they have the follow-up control, this Pugna ward in the backline's doing a significant amount of damage whenever all those nukes come out. So much control too, with Mickey turning into that Centaur. Now Alliance, back the other way.
Middle tower is under attack.
And we were talking about how TNC, they have to be very careful with their mistakes in this game. They can't actually make too many of them versus this Morphling lineup. And that's a pretty big one.
I'm pushing in on the mid.
Hi,
TNC's now starting to fall.
You missed it, Owen. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Boxy got a pretty good echo.
Too many baked beans for breakfast.
Middle tower has fallen.
Another ward did work too. You're gonna see it. Great wraparound positioning too, Alliance. They were just very ready for this fight. Just Boxy, no hesitation. He gets this Blink Echo Slam off, and then, even though he gets controlled, look at this Nether Ward. It does so much work in the back. The buyback from the Phoenix in perfect positioning, and they don't have the Egg Hitter. The Lina's already dead. Weaver's controlled. Nobody can hit it.
As we say in every fight, the TNC don't come out on top. It's going to be a big worry for them. This Shaman only going to continue to fall off.
Yeah.
And it's 16-14, just a 1k lead now for TNC. It's not quite what it once was. And off the back of the early stages, Mickey just... This Morphling, we said at the start, it's been set up to be a good Morphling game. They do get the catch. Down bottom, they'll find the Shaker. Boxy unable to TP out in time. They'll get on top of him. He's on his own. But Mickey,
Yeah.
we've seen him carry many an Alliance game before, and this could be another one.
Yep. Definitely getting significantly farmed. They've got protection now too for the Pugna. Level 18 has Aeon Disc. So Quakefoot can play a little bit more aggressively. The big thing though in that last fight, it's Taiga. He gets picked off, but then with that buyback, TNC just gets overzealous again. Just seems like the name of the game for them so far is just going a little bit too far when they're feeling comfortable with their positioning.
Dire's bottom tower.
Now Armel has BKB. I think this is super important for him. Like we mentioned multiple times, just so much magic damage, so much control on the side of Alliance, and that playing Lina versus Netherward it's not really that fun. You deal so much damage back to yourself, and you're fairly squishy.
And Team Fight, though, it's really going to rely on the setup they can get from Ninja Boogie's Curse.
Yep.
Ninja Boogie up top. He's going to poke down a little bit. He'll go for the Curse setup onto the Morphling. Extra TP backup is coming through. They have a lot of lockdown, though. Is it enough? I mean, oh, look at this damage with the Laguna. It certainly is. They burst down Mickey. They look towards Insania, cancelling the TP with the York Scepter. They'll get the Ogre too. TNC catching out Alliance a little split up. You know, Alliance maybe, well, for the part, slowing down TNC, but they still can't really go out alone as there's so much catch from TNC.
Yeah. After they pick off Boxy, it's a very quick movement from TNC to set up for the Morphling as well. Is there a BKB coming out for the Shadow Shaman? There is. So
all right.
We were talking that he needs it.
As I say, it's not something you always want to have to buy on the Shaman, even as a core. But this game, he certainly needs it. And this will allow Cuckoo to sort of stand there, offer that extra duration of shackles and really lock down targets like the Morphling without getting disrupted.
And they can focus this egg. 3 BKB is going to be coming out. The Lina, the Shadow Shaman, and the Weaver. They can focus the egg. They can take fights around the Roche too. Alliance. They have to be able to get this junk with Boxy before those come out. So Vision going to be extremely important for Alliance in that next upcoming team fight.
BKBs. Let's see what sort of fight TNC can take with them, because I certainly imagine they want to now.
Yeah,
they do still need to get themselves in position, and preferably ASAP to be sort of pushing onto the high ground.
And Mika, he's still having a good game, but his levels are actually pretty low. He's only level 16. His Phoenix is the same level as him. When we look at the other cores in the game, it's 17, 19, 20 on the 3 on TNC, and a level 18 Pugna.
As we say, I think, you know, with this strat that Alliance do want to run, they do want to try and hit that 20 as soon as they can, so they can sort of go for these double Pugna plays.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at that point, sort of if Alliance win a fight, their pushing power is going to be incredible. Double Pugna blast. You see the wrap around
vision really important.
Can he get the opening? Gabby tries to go into Shikuchi, but straight away to Olivia on top of Cuckoo, but the BKB comes out. Stampede as well. Cuckoo's back to safety. Gabby turns its attention towards Boxy, but a defensive Decrepify keeps the Shaker safe. Both teams not losing a single casualty.
Boxy loses most of his mana though, so they have to back out. They can't actually take this fight. And the gold lead is just skyrocketed forward for
really
TNC the last few moments.
I mean, every time we've seen them sort of get those kills where they kill off the Morphling, it really does bump them back up to that safe space, that comfortable lead.
It really is a lot of pressure onto Boxy as well as the Morph. Mickey almost has the Scotty now finished up, but there's so much control and lockdown and damage just ready for him.
Armel?
Oh,
I mean,
Armel?
he stepped a little too close to Quakefoot.
Don't think he expected that Obs and Sentry would be placed there. That's a big swing coming back. Gabby committing forward here. Won't be able to find anybody though. Is it keep being out?
Way to cancel that until Tim's did try and get him with a Who Stomp. Top Boxy does manage to blink out into the trees.
No TP for now though.
And they do have I mean, the two of Alliance, they can come in, but there is more of TNC coming through. Cuckoo pops the BKB. If Mickey just right-clicks him down though, the Shaman will fall.
Very back and forth. Even though TNC, they've had the lead for the majority of this game, actually for like the whole game. They need to watch out when they give up these kills.
Alliance back in position up top to push. This time they've got a bit more of the gang around. There's 4 of them here, so harder for TNC to sort of make that surprise jump and opening as they did last time with the Winter's Curse from Ninja Boogie.
Boxy has a BKB of his own now too, so better ways for him to initiate without getting all of his mana burned in particular, or just getting locked down from the crazy amount TNC does have. But the mana burn seems very significant for me. Like every single time I've been seeing Gabby hitting him like 3 or 4 times, and every single hit is 70 mana burn. It really adds up with that Geminate attack versus this Earthshaker.
There's Ninja Boogie. He's setting up from the side.
They know where he is now with that blast.
He does show himself with the blast. He'll start to poke at Insania. They have Armel. He'll look to delete the Ogre straight away. Laguna down, but it's killed the Ogre. We'll put a bit of a stop to the push from Alliance. They'll back off. You can see Koifa continuing to level up his Dagons. Wants to get all the burst online. I mean, there's a lot of squishy targets. As long as they can disable them before they BKB, Alliance will certainly have the burst to delete most of the cores on TNC's lineup.
Yeah.
Close game though. You can see sort of hovering around that 50% mark as I say, it's been each time sort of TNC get ahead with a good fight, it sort of slips away, and then bam, we're sort of back repeating this sort of pattern.
They might be able to find Mickey with an instant catch, can they?
They got over the Hex!
But he got the shift off.
Is there any sort of save? Serpent Wards down, trapping him as well. BKB's a pot. TNC know they have to go all in for this kill. It's a big one to get, and they've got it. Mickey's gone.
And they commit for the Roche now too. That's what we're talking about, the triple BKBs. They just instantly pop all three when they get the catch, and this ward doing work, just seeing him for 1 little second extra. Stampede's pop, they close the gap. And now Roche.
And Armel, of course, going for the right build, getting that Ags online. He knows that there's a pipe over on Tiger's Phoenix, and he wants that pure down.
Always very good versus Morphlings.
Yeah.
Like, sure, he's going to pop BKB, but if he shifted down low with this spell amp, it's over 1,000 damage.
It's another Roche for them.
That's an Aegis and a Cheese.
TNC.
And nearly, I mean, they're approaching those level 25 soon. Weaver, 23. The mobility becomes even more that you have to deal with. Now they're aware that this ward is here, though. Alliance, they're trying to get rid of it, but Cuckoo's here.
Cuckoo's in. Does he have backup? He does have Armel heading across. Armel, he's ready to follow this one up. There is another ward down. Armel could just go with the right clicks, though, of the instant disable. The sort of the lockdown they have from his shackles, it's really bringing him down low, but now the counterplay comes through. Boxy just jumps in onto Cuckoo. Now with the BKB popped, he's looking to see if he can maybe trap down more. He's managed to block off Ninja Boogie. Stampede does come out to keep the Wyvern safe. But that death of Cuckoo, they were poking a little too hard and a little too close there to Alliance's space just to have an attempt at killing an Ogre.
None to burn.
Yeah, it's not like a Morphling, right? If they're trying to catch a Morphling or something, then in those situations, okay, you can understand that, but it's just Insania.
Insania doesn't care about that at all. The Glimmer Cape, he's good to go. Level 14 on the Ogre, nearly 15.
This is a great game, though. I love these type of games because it can go either way at any moment in time.
It's very back and forth, and
even though TNC has Aegis Cheese.
Yeah, both teams have quick ways to destroy one another's base. You know, we could see a point where suddenly wards are being dropped down on the high ground and the racks are gone, and likewise the other way around once 20 is hit. We are assuming Mickey does take the morph target allies skill. As we say, we have seen Alliance do this before with the Pugno, so I'm sure he will.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, he probably will.
Yeah, the double blast is just so good for pushing. The way they can sit back, just throw blasts out. It's very hard to play against. We've seen teams struggle with it before against Alliance when Alliance do this lineup, and as I say, it's getting close to that point. A couple more waves, and Mickey will have the level 20.
He's still he's surprising that he's only level 19 as this carry Morphling. He got shut down so hard in that laning frame.
He did.
Shadow Shaman.
He did die 5 times in hello, the base.
A DD Weaver.
Gabby's in.
Double catapults.
TNC ready to go. Ninja Boogie on the high ground, ready for the setup. They get the jump in. They get the catch. Lotus all going to be popped down, but he goes straight for the shackle. The who stop as well. Mickey's gone. Dead for 70. He's got the buyback at the ready. He may have to certainly consider using it as Gabby's poking in. The Decrepify and the Fire Blast multicast come out, bringing Gabby down to low, but he's got the time lapse. Back up to full, thank you. Takes the range rack.
Koik was trying, so he's the only one who can really hit these nether wards with that Bloodlust.
I mean, they're losing the racks here.
Mickey really doesn't want to have to buy back.
He doesn't want to.
Huge fight that he can get several kills out of.
He doesn't buy back. These racks may just die. Gabby looks to Insania. Glimmer Cape keeps him safe. They do get another. Oh! Ooh. Hold Embrace. We'll keep Gabby alive. These racks, maybe they can just hold them.
The catapults.
TNC really want to get this push done.
They're trying to kill the catapults.
There we go, Gabby back in. It's relatively low. They don't want to leave it the chance to regen back up these melee racks. Don't even poke at it from the outlines with the Arctic Burn. Dive in from Tiger, but he gets Hex. They've got the catch. Stampede as well as they try and move into prime position to get Tiger, but the Lotus Orb's on him. Tim's jumps straight in on top of Boxy, but now with the Decrepify the blast and Boxy jumping back on top, they've got further lockdown. Tiger comes out with a Supernova. TNC, they'll get the racks. They may even get the egg as well. They do. TNC, they take both from Alliance, and Tim's, he's still in there, punching up against Boxy. Boxy's got the Spirit Vessel on him, pops the BKB, will keep him safe, but Alliance, they lost the racks, they lost the eggs. They do at least claim the lives of both Tim's and Armel, but TNC, they got the objective.
They committed so hard for it too. They just popped the triple BKBs and just hit the racks.
That was the play from TNC. They had to go for that.
Yeah. That was a clutch little place too. The Phoenix Lotus Orb reflecting that shackles so that he doesn't get controlled for a moment, but TNC, they get what they came for. And not a game that you're going to see Boxy be able to get that Aghanims. Just needing to go all these other small items to protect himself. I mean, these BKBs on TNC are definitely a problem for Alliance to deal with. They need to try to find these opportunities. We talked about how important vision is going to be, and it continues to be so. Alliance, they need to be able to see where TNC is when they go for these jumps.
This is what we're talking about.
The double blast, double ward.
This is what we've been talking about all game. You get 20, you just push back. And you can push back very safe. This is the real test for TNC, because what do they do that can sort of stop Alliance getting away with this play? They've got a fortification.
Ninja Boogie's trying to kill them with his Arctic Burn from a distance.
But there's no real reason for sort of Alliance to back off whilst they have this double poke.
This double blast is so ridiculous.
It's double blast, double ward. What do you do against this? What do you do? Cuckoo, he's got an answer. Jumps in with the BKB, he gets the shackle off, and in fact, that's Mickey. Oh!
He shifted back.
But is it... Oh, Boxy, can he save him? He can't. Boxy comes in with a big echo, but he can't quite get the kills. They've lost Mickey. Boxy being frozen in place by the Winter's Curse. They're trying for the TP out. He's not going to make it. Laguna Blade comes through from Armel. They've claimed 2. Insane is being scouted out of the trees as well. As the dust is on him, Alliance's push will be put to an end. They got the tier 3, but they did not get the barracks.
They just have no way to control anybody through those BKBs. Every single time, it's just BKBs popped. They commit forward with Cuckoo, and he's very safe to do so because the only physical damage that's coming out from Alliance is that Morphling. So if he's actually able to control the Morphling with that BKB, nobody can stop it. And then they have all the follow-up in the world. He's actually queued up a heart on the Morphling now. That's how.
The way he's getting jumped.
He had the Lincolns queued for a while. I think the Lincolns could have been real significant if he was able to get it.
That is true. Lincolns would have been a nice pickup.
Just to stop the instant hex is the important thing.
To give them that chance. But I guess the problem is that there's a light strike. There's so much else in the game that just comes through. If he doesn't have that BKB pop, he's in a lot of trouble.
Here they go again.
TNC just straight in, looking for Quaitfa. Quaitfa's got the Eon Disc, but straight away he gets dispelled. They're on top of him. He's hexed up and he's dead. Quaitfa does not have buyback. He's dead for 90 seconds. He needs his team to punch back hard.
Mickey's back.
See if they can get this kill on the high ground. Winter's Curse comes out there. Boxy is taking a heavy bit of a beating from his teammate. Boxy nearly ends up falling to his comrades there.
Okay, Splinter Blast was very close, but now Ninja Boogie might pay with his life because of that. He has a gem. If he dies, that could be pretty important.
Can Tiger find? They're pinging him out.
Try and
make it with the chase.
Gonna have Blink.
The Jukes.
Got Blink up.
He's out. TP. And he's away. Ninja Boogie will keep that gem safe another day.
Now they've accrued a pretty significant lead. Up to that 12k gold lead. And these BKBs, just every single time, Cuckoo.
It really is. The way he just goes in with the BKB, it's the right way to play. You know, they know they're doing exactly what they have to with this core Shaman strat.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I would say, going a little slower than they would have hoped for. You know, it's 41 minutes in and ticking this game.
Yeah, some mistakes, but overall, you know, it's still looking like they're in a comfortable spot.
Playing it very solid. He's only died the once this game. He's got this nullifier, as we've seen, that's causing a lot of issues. Here's like Quaitfa with the Ian Disc. It's just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he can just BKB, focus on a target. And, I mean, the Morph, obviously the harder one to kill, but anyone else will surely die to the damage of Gabby.
When do you ever see a heart on the Morphling, right? I mean, he full committed for it.
He's committed for it.
He needs to be able to...
It's a lot of HP.
He has to survive the control, but the thing is that they can actually do the control in a way that he can like do it multiple times. And they went for the Shackles duration as well in the Shadow Shaman. So if he's able to get that initial Shackle, it's 8 seconds.
I mean...
Well, it's probably 5 seconds because he has a BKB only lasts 5, but...
True, yeah. But I mean, but if he finds him on his own.
Yeah.
Which is unlikely now. Alliance very much playing as a 5-man now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scary map, as we've seen in the early stages, to go out alone. They have to keep beside one another. 13k lead still for TNC.
TNC's been very good about always getting the jump first. Alliance, they haven't been able to get the initial jump except for like 1 or 2 times in this game. They need to be able to have this vision, know where that TNC is positioned.
No, they've just been playing that little bit faster, TNC.
Yeah.
And it has kept them ahead.
This next Roche
could be everything.
Tims. Smoke does break. Alliance, they've got the high ground positioning here.
You know that they're going to want to get those double wards online for Cuckoos. They can get themselves a hold of this refresher shard.
I mean, we could see double wards. We could see triple nether ward. We could see fun stuff. Double echo.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. If it goes the way of Alliance, I'd imagine they'd give it to Box.
Yeah. But triple ward though. But there's a lot of BKB.
Yeah. And Boxy, I think you can rely on Boxy to make that game-changing play. He's had a bit of a slower game this day. You know, this hasn't been a game where he's been able to sort of go off with his Ags build because he has had to go for the more traditional Blink build-up, as we've seen, because of the heroes he's against.
But the important thing is that the BKBs are low, right? They're at 5 seconds now.
The game is going to get a lot easier for Boxy as sort of time goes on in terms of finding those options to jump in after a fight's been started.
They might be able to get the jump here this time.
They're getting a good wraparound on the high ground. Alliance and Seni has got eyes on Tim. Straight away, Mickey down to the low ground, looking towards Cuckoo. Stampede allows Cuckoo to get the distance he needs to keep himself safe.
Ag Stampede as well, so they can just bypass anything.
Alliance, they're still trying to poke at this, but the Winter's Curse.
They've got Boxy locked
It's going to
down.
hold them back. Tims, he's looking to get in position. He's looking for a perfect hoof stop, and he gets a four-man hoof stop from Tims. The lockdown as well, with the Serpent Wars, the Shackle, holding that man in place. The Water Boy is dead. Mickey's gone. 3 down on Alliance. As they're not done yet, TNC. They find a 4th. Alliance, they do not have any buybacks. 4 dead. No money in the bank, no timers to spend on it. We've got 3 dead without buyback because they didn't sort out their financial planning.
Ninja Boogie, the perfect curse.
This may just be game over.
I think it is.
We've seen one game, I believe earlier. I remember a game where we had Mickey. He didn't have the money for buyback. This time there's 3 of them without money for buyback, so he's not alone this time, but they're done messed up. That's GG, it's over. TNC, the core Shaman strat, I love it. They knew what they were doing. They outplayed, and at the end of the day, they just broke Alliance. Alliance make a mistake. They try and go for that long wraparound. They don't find the crazy fight that they're after.